Tonight on American Greed, Bonus Edition.
This story begins and ends with sex.
South Florida newlywed Dahlia DiPolito takes her husband's money.
Dahlia was the puppeteer. She manipulated everybody. She called the shots. She did what she wanted.
Then she plots to take his life.
She was talking about having me killed, like ordering, a bologna sandwich.
Already. I'm positive, like 5,000% sure.
Didn't mean anything to her, and that's the creepy part of it.
It's a real-life, made-for-TV tale.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man. He's been killed. He's been killed, man.
With a femme fatale you won't soon forget.
She's not a sweet, little, innocent girl.
I didn't do anything, and I didn't plot anything.
She will manipulate.
I'm a lot tougher than what I love.
She will lie.
What they're saying is not true.
She will cheat.
Nobody's gonna be able to point a finger at me.
But will she hire someone to kill? On an early August morning, newlywed Dahlia DiPolito is at this Florida gym when she gets a life-changing call from the Boynton Beach Police Department.
No, ma'am, I need to talk to you. It's very urgent when you come home. It involves your husband. There's been an incident. Okay, can you come right back to your residence, please? Ma'am, I'll tell you everything you need to know when you get here. Okay? Thank you.
Married just 6 months, Dahlia returns home, where cameras bear witness as she receives the news that every spouse fears.
Miss DiPolito? I'm Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, ma'am.
As the news sinks in, she appears inconsolable, and police escort her to a waiting car. At the police station, Dahlia is ushered into a small room where a detective comes to greet her and, at first, to comfort her as well.
First of all, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right.
I love my husband, but I love you too.
No, you don't want to say no.
I just want to see him.
Believe me, you don't.
As questioning begins, the cops lean on her for help. But a few minutes in, things take a turn.
Are you sure that you don't know anybody that want to kill your husband? You would want to kill him, I hope. Not at all.
We are fine, like there's nothing.
There's no problems between you guys, no financial problems, with your family, you and him.
No, there's nothing.
What this grieving widow doesn't know is that her late husband of just half a year isn't dead. He's actually here at the station, receiving some shocking news of his own.
You already know why we're here. Yeah. Reference is Hoynes and it's happened an investigation where your wife hired somebody to kill you.
The unbelievable story of these two star-crossed lovers begins less than a year earlier with an unlikely encounter.
I can tell you I didn't meet her in church.
One fateful night, with his first wife out of town, Mike DiPolito goes looking for extramarital action and finds Dahlia.
Mike contacted Dahlia through a escort website.
He sees a nice, curvy, dusky, exotic woman for like $300. And he's like, wow, why not?
He paid her for her services that day, but they had, as he described it, a very unusual connection. Typical love story.
If Mike likes what he sees, so does Dahlia. DiPolito runs a successful marketing company, drives a Porsche, and clearly has cash to spare. One date leads to others, and soon a bond is formed.
When I met Dahlia, we seemed to connect instantly. We would spend days together, and we shared a lot of the same interests, and we would do things together all the time, and we hit it off right away.
Things move fast, but just who is the woman Mike has welcomed into his life?
So Dahlia grew up here in South Florida. My understanding is in a very strict Catholic home. Went to religious school.
You know, she could have had a nice life in Florida, but as soon as she turned 18, things took a different direction for Dahlia.
That direction is largely dictated by a power Dahlia possesses and knows how to use.
Dahlia had learned from a very young age that she could use her body to manipulate men to get money, to get, you know, anything that she wanted.
I mean, she owned every man in her life.
It was actually unsettling and bizarre as to the holds that she had on these men and what she could get them to do.
Though he's not aware of it, Mike is just one of many men under Dahlia's spell.
She had these really short shorts on, this really tight shirt. I mean, she was cute.
Mohammed Shihadeh first met Dahlia in the early 2000s when she visited his convenience store in Boca Raton, Florida.
I don't remember what she bought, but she bought something small, and then 5 minutes later, she came in and bought again something small. Another 5 minutes later, she came back in and bought another thing. I remember her saying, well, aren't you gonna ask me for my phone number?
Soon, Mohammed and Dahlia become friends with benefits. But as they get to know each other, he says he sees her more demanding side.
You know, always wanting to go there, travel there, take me there, do this, do that. You know, if she didn't get what she wanted, you could see the heat a little bit in her.
After a few years, Dahlia moves to California, and Mohammed says they lose touch for now. Out west, she promotes herself online as a Colombian college girl looking to steam things up. Living in Orange County, she's supported by another doting male admirer with whom she shares a bed.
She had a sugar daddy and a guy named Michael Stanley. This guy was a successful businessman. He was a contractor. He had done very well for himself.
When Dahlia returns to Florida around 2008, she finds a new Mike DiPolito, a man who's also found success, but is clearly no saint.
Mike DiPolito had a little bit of a rap sheet already.
Mike DiPolito was raised on the wrong side of the tracks in Philadelphia.
He admitted that he had a drug problem, had gone to rehab.
Now, after a lifetime of troubles, Mike finally feels that with Dahlia, he's found something good.
We met, and it was everything about it. We just clicked. You know, be it our sex life, be it just our spare time, be it the things we liked, all that. And it just happened.
Mike quickly divorces his first wife and marries Dahlia. And the newlyweds move into a condo that he purchases.
This was their love shack. This was their forever home, right there in Boynton Beach. A nice, cool little $250,000 condo.
She sends him love notes, and things seem like they couldn't be much better.
You know, Mike describes that they had a very, very active, very good sex life.
She was a cult leader, and he was her congregation, so that he was not very aware of what was going on around him.
I started giving my wife money because she was going to provide me with the other half of the money for the probation. And
just for record, what were you on probation for? Just real quick.
Organized fraud.
When Mike DiPolito meets Dahlia, he's finished a 2-year stint in prison for his role in a boiler room operation.
Basically, what we did is we represented ourselves as trading foreign currency options, whereas there was no options to be traded.